Hello everybody, it is me, jonesrmj here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. So, Wave 5 came out last week, so let's go ahead and check out the new tracks. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Now, unfortunately I am recording this, I wasn't able to play the tracks right away when they came out, like I have tried to do so in the past, and that's just because even though it is summer and I'm obviously don't have any classes right now for college, I've still been pretty busy with my part-time job. I also have some other side projects I'm working on, and I just recently got back from a trip to Utah, so I'm also working on some trip report videos for my channel from that trip, so be sure to stay tuned for those. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So of course we're going to do Grand Prix. We've been doing 150cc. In case you're wondering, I know I normally do my Let's Plays of this game in 200cc, but for the DLC tracks I've been doing 150, mainly because I just want, since it's like my first time playing the tracks, I'm not going to be like used to them, so and obviously with 200cc that'll be pretty hard to adapt to. And then also I kind of want to enjoy the tracks a bit more. Like 200cc is fun to play when you're just like racing or you want like the most like exhilarating experience, but if you just want to kind of enjoy the scenery and check out the new tracks, 150cc is definitely better for that. But anyway, in addition to obviously getting some new tracks, we also got 3 new characters for Wave 5. We got PD Piranha, we got Wiggler, and we've got Kamek, or Kamek, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce him, but I've always pronounced him as Kamek, but you guys correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so I actually don't know who to play. I mean, so PD Piranha obviously was already in Double Dash, so that's where they ported him from. Wiggler was from Mario Kart 7, I do remember that. I don't think Kamek has ever been in Mario Kart before. I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time he's ever been in Mario Kart, so I say let's go for him, since this is his first time in a Mario Kart game. But yeah, so anyway, this is the customization I've been using. It's the Comet Bike with the slim tires and the plane glider, and here are the stats if you guys want to see those as well. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So of course, we've already played all of these tracks up here, as well as these two right here. So the new cups that we have for Wave 5 are the Feather Cup and the Cherry Cup, and then of course Wave 6, which is the final wave. I can't believe it's already on to our last wave. I hope these last tracks are good, but yeah, anyway, we are going to be checking out these 2 cups today. So starting off with the Feather Cup, we have Athens Dash from Mario Kart Tour, Daisy Cruiser from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, Moonview Highway from Mario Kart Wii, and Squeaky Clean Spirit, which looks like, Squeaky Clean Sprint. I don't know why I said Spirit. But anyway, so, which it looks like that's a new track. Again, I don't see the little tour thing on top of that, but again, when I went up here to Ninja Highway, it didn't have Mario Kart Tour listed there, but everybody corrected me in the comments that was from Tour, so, yeah. I'm assuming it's a new track, but you guys correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are with Athens Dash, originally from Mario Kart Tour. Now this, of course, is themed after Athens, Greece, and, which, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I know for sure that the Olympics originated in Greece, but did they originate in Athens or another city? You guys, tell me that in the comments, but, regardless, I've heard a lot of, I've heard that Athens is, like, a pretty cool, like, historical city, and, of course, you can tell they've modeled that out in this track as well, with like all the pillars and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sure Athens would be a cool place to visit, especially for like the history and whatnot, especially like the ancient Greek society and whatnot. Definitely be quite cool. I mean, I know I say that on like all these, like whenever I play on the country tracks, and oh come on, I couldn't get my banana. Okay, at least we made it. At least we made it across. I was trying to get my banana out quick enough to do that, but I guess not. It's all good though. But yeah, I know. Like whenever we play on like the country tracks, I'm always like, I really want to visit that country, or I really want to visit that city, but like, it's just true, like, I mean, even though I'm from, like I am from the United States, I know I feel like it's a common perception on, like, Americans, where it's like, we're very, like, ignorant about, like, the rest of the world, but I'm, like, the complete opposite. Like, I am super curious about the rest of the world, and I really want to, like, there are a lot of, like, countries and places I really want to visit, as well. Like, I just think, like, it's a big, beautiful world out there. There's a lot of, like, beautiful countries out there. Like, why not, like, I don't want to isolate myself in the U.S. forever. And I'm also curious to see just, like, how, like, other societies, like, work and whatnot. That's especially, like, something, I don't know how many of you guys follow me on Twitter, but you probably, if you do, and you see, like, a lot of the tweets I like and whatnot, I really started getting into, like, urban planning and, like, walkable cities and whatnot, and just, like, how, like, car-centric the United States is, and why that's, like, honestly more of a bad thing than a good thing. And, like, yeah, I really started to get, it's not that I don't like cars and driving, I do like cars and driving and whatnot, but when, like, a place is, like, car-centric to the point where you, like, literally need a car to do anything or get anywhere, like, I don't know, I just realized, like, especially, like, growing up, like, I've always never really liked living in car-centric suburbia. I've never really known why, but, like, now that I've kind of watched a lot of these, like, urbanist channels, like, not just bikes and whatnot, I've, like, it's kind of like, man, like, just having places that are just completely car-centric, like, I don't know, it's just not really that great of a place to live in my opinion, but, yeah, and that's especially why, like, I've become, like, I'm, like, really interested to see, like, some other countries as well, because I've always heard, like, in general, like, Europe and East Asia have, like, much better urban planning, so I really like to experience that firsthand. But anyway, we are off to a great start with a first place ranking, so for you guys who have been watching my entire series on the DLC, you guys know that we've been keeping a first place streak throughout this series, and obviously my goal is to keep that going. So anyway, we are off to a great start. Let's move on to the next race. Alrighty, so here we are with Daisy Cruise, originally from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. Now, this track was also recreated in Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, so I actually have played on this track a couple of times because, I mean, the GameCube was like my first console I grew up with. Technically, I grew up more with like the Wii and DS, but we did have like a GameCube back in the day. And I do remember like some memories from playing the GameCube, but I definitely remember more of the Wii and the DS. But anyway, I remember playing this track a couple of times on the GameCube, but I especially remember playing it in Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. So I do have a decent amount of experience with this track. But yeah, of course, that's the little room with all the tables. And okay, yeah, there still is this little section. And why am I not turning? Okay, there we go. But oh boy, I keep bouncing into the walls. But yeah, that section back there, I remember they added that in Mario Kart 7. And then, actually, I think it was in Mario Kart Double Dash as well, but in Double Dash, I think it was just a storage room, and then, like, it was a cannon that launched you up, whereas in Mario Kart 7, they changed it, of course, to, like, an underwater area, since, of course, to keep up with that. Oh my goodness, we just keep getting spammed with shells here. We got 2 red shells and a blue shell. Yeah, get back here, Daisy. You are not taking away my first place streak. Yeah, haha, bump into a table. I mean, this is your cruise ship after all. I mean, shouldn't you have better spatial awareness? You crash into tables on your own cruise ship. I mean, this is Daisy Cruiser after all. But anyway, I always find it funny when like the character, when you have a character playing on a track named after them and they don't necessarily do that great, like they run into a wall or something. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, this track is pretty fun. I think I kind of would have rather seen like another GameCube track, like either the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Double Dash or the what is that track called again? Oh yeah, DK Mountain. I really liked DK Mountain. That was like one of my favorite tracks from Double Dash. So I kind of would have rather seen one of those over this track. But regardless, this is still a fun track, and it's definitely not the worst pick they could have done. But yeah. And alrighty, there we go, another first place win, baby. But okay, it looks like, yeah, Daisy is right up there in second, and we got Lemmy as well and Bowser Jr., so guess those are gonna be like our main rivals, and Koopa Troopa as well. Man, like all the enemies of Mario, except for Daisy, obviously, are in that top 5, so there can only be one supreme enemy of Mario, and that is Kamek. But anyway, alright, let's move on to the next race. And alright, here we are with Moonview Highway from Mario Kart Wii. Now, I did like this track a lot in Mario Kart Wii. I always like kind of like the highway city type tracks. I always have liked those as well. The only one I probably don't really like is when I played Toad's Turnpike in the N64 version. because the cars are way too big and the road is way too narrow, so there's like no space to like get around them, and then especially combine that with like the awful controls from the N64 days, and yeah, it's not fun. Oh yeah, we gotta be careful for the bomb cars. I have a feeling though this probably won't be as hard as the Wii version of this track, because in general Mario Kart 8 is definitely like, I feel like they do kind of dumb down the tracks a bit in this game as compared to like some of the older Mario Karts. Oh gosh, we gotta be careful for those bombs. But yeah, so yeah, I do like this track a lot overall. I like how it like part of it goes through, part of it's like through the countryside and part of it's through the city as well. I do kind of like that. But yeah, oh, they took away the tolls. I just realized that. They took away, like, the tolls where the Mii's would, oh, come on. Why did they take that away? That was, like, one of the funny things about it. Just like how they took away the Mii's driving the cars in Coconut Mall. Man, why did they gotta ruin the Wii tracks like that? Come on. Gotta give my favorite Mario Kart some respect here. But, it also, is it just me, or I feel like there's more boost pads over here as well. I don't remember there being as many in that section. Or this section either. Yeah, I feel like they've added a couple more boost pads in this room. And oh shoot. Well, I guess there you go. You can see what happens when you crash into the bottom of the car. Not quite as cinematic as like in Mario Kart Wii, where it like flips you all the way up in the air. That one just kind of flips you in place. So not really as effective, but still, you definitely do not want to get hit by them. That's for sure. I do like that we have some of the new Mario Kart 8 cars, like the surfboard car right there. But yeah, I'm disappointed they took away the tolls. That was like the... Oh wait, never mind. They didn't take away... Okay, we still have these tolls right here. Okay, so we still have these ones. But why... Okay, but it's Shy Guys and Yoshis instead of the Mii's. Alright, come on, get on the boost pad. Okay, there we go. But they took away... Okay, so they didn't take away the first toll, but they did take away the second toll. Okay. It's actually funny. Oh wait, never mind. They didn't take away the second. Okay, they do... Okay, I feel like a complete idiot right now. Okay, come on. Finish. Okay, phew. At least you kept first place. But man, I actually felt like an idiot there, because I guess I wasn't like really paying attention to the track all too much, because I played this track so many times in Mario Kart Wii that I kind of just got in like autopilot mode, but... Okay, so they do have the toll still. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I feel like a complete idiot. I hope all you guys aren't like correcting me in the comments telling me about how blind I am, but... Okay, so we do have the tolls. Okay, but it's instead of the Mii's, it's the it looks like it's Shy Guys and Yoshi's, which I wonder why Nintendo's. It seems like Nintendo's kind of moving away from Mii's, like they did so with some of these new tracks. They also don't. I think if I remember correctly, the Switch Sports game doesn't use Mii's either. So I wonder why Nintendo's moving away from Mii's. I feel like that's kind of. I don't really see how that's... I kind of feel like that's more of a bad thing, like the... I don't know. But anyway, let's move on to the final track for this cut. And okay, here we go with the new track, Squeaky Clean Spirit. Which it looks like we are racing through a bathroom that is undergoing some cleaning. That's pretty cool. I always like the little tracks. I also liked Ribbon Road for like the same reason as well, with how it's like you're racing through a child's bedroom. Whereas this one, it looks like we're racing through a bathroom. But like we're like obviously miniaturized as well. Like okay, yeah, we're going to the sink as well. Now this is a completely new track, so I will need to pay attention and get used to the layout here. But okay, oh, we're going into the bathtub. That's cool. And then, oh, are we gonna go through the drain? Oh no, okay, well we are. That's cool. I like that. Although I don't think this is what a drain would look like in real life, but regardless, still very cool. Is that a fan there? Oh, is that gonna... Oh yeah, that does blow us. It did blow us a bit today. Okay, it's cool. Then yeah, there's the toilet as well. Is this like one big lap, or is it 3 laps? I wonder. I guess we'll find out. Okay, it is 3 laps. Okay. 3 normal laps, not 1 big lap. Okay. Still cool though. I do like this track though. Again, I always like the kind of like when you're like driving through like a normal room, but like you're all miniaturized and whatnot. I thought we were gonna go up there like through the faucet or something, but yeah, I like that we're going into the drain. That's cool. I do wonder though why this drain though eventually leads back out to actually. Where do we come out of? Oh, we come out of a drain, okay. like a. Okay, that's still cool. And that's funny. The water's coming out of the toilet. Oh, there was a section up there. I didn't even realize that until it was too late to like pull back up. I didn't realize there was a top section. That would have been cool to go up there. Maybe we can go up there on the final lap. But yeah. Oh, come on, give me something. Oh, you of course. When a red shell. Well, okay, I didn't get hit by the blue shell because I guess I was still technically invincible or something from when the red shell hit me. But gotta love it when this game gives you coins when you are desperately trying to avoid getting hit by a red shell. That is like I really hope in Mario Kart 9, whenever Nintendo finally decides to create a new Mario Kart, I really hope they get rid of coins as items. Like, I'm okay with them on the track, like they were in Mario Kart 7. Like, the way they did in Mario Kart 7 was perfect. They had coins on... Alright, let's go up here. Let's see what's up here. I guess we're in a cabinet or something? Okay. And then... Okay. It actually did feel a bit quicker than the other path, but yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, please, Nintendo, like the way they did it in Mario Kart 7 was perfect, where they had coins on the track, but coins were not items. Like, I hate that so much, because it's like, it's just a pointless item. So I can go faster by like 0.02%, but then I lose 3 coins and slow down by 0.06% after getting hit by a red shell that I could have defended if I gotten an actual proper item like a banana, but whatever. Anyway, another first place ranking, and I believe that is it for the Feather Cup. I think this was the Feather Cup. Yep, that was it for the Feather Cup. So here's a little replay, and okay, it's gonna do the squeaky clean sprint. I think I called it Spirit again earlier. I'm so sorry, guys. I just it's been a while since I've done, you know, like one of these Mario Kart Let's Plays, so like my commentary might not be the greatest because I've kind of gotten out of like the rhythm and whatnot, but yeah, but all good. We're so far maintaining our first place streak. We still got one more cup though to check out. So yeah, there's our nice golden trophy, and of course another 3-star ranking, which is nice. And alrighty, so now let's go ahead and we got one more cup to check out. So let's just go ahead and quickly select all of that, and our next cup is the Cherry Cup, which consists of Los Angeles Laps from Mario Kart Tour, Sunset Wilds from Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance, Koopa Cape from Mario Kart Wii, and Vancouver Velocity from Mario Kart Tour. Okay, so we got another US city and a Canadian city for this one. I'm surprised Vancouver instead of Toronto, but maybe there is a Toronto track from Mario Kart Tour, I don't know, but I don't remember playing, at least in Mario Kart 8 I don't remember playing a Toronto track. But anyway, let's get started. Alright, so here we are starting out with Los Angeles Laps, originally from Mario Kart Tour, and okay, we're going through an oil section. And I guess that's the Santa Monica Pier right there. So obviously, being American, I am obviously pretty familiar with Los Angeles, of course, but if I'm being honest, I would have much rather seen a Chicago track than an LA track, because even though Los Angeles is technically the second largest city in the US, I honestly feel like Chicago is the true second largest city in the US, because Los Angeles is not that urban for a big city. Most of its population comes from sprawl, or from like suburban sprawl, rather than like the actual like downtown is pretty small. And it also like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think LA is pretty overrated, although I guess a lot of people aren't really, I guess it is shrinking in population, so maybe it is now not overrated anymore, but yeah, it does have beautiful weather though, I will give it that. The weather is beautiful, and obviously like some places like Santa Monica where you have the beaches and whatnot, that's, like there are definitely some beautiful areas as well. And okay, it looks like now we're driving through downtown LA. And okay, I guess it's supposed to be very unrealistic Dodger Stadium, because if you actually go that, like, again, another thing I don't really like about LA is it's a pretty car-centric city as well. Like, there's not really that much good public transportation and whatnot. But, and like, especially when you look at Dodger Stadium, like, literally Dodger Stadium is surrounded by, like, probably a parking lot that takes up 3 times the space of the stadium. Like, it's just crazy. But, yeah. And also, like, LA has been having quite a bit of a homeless problem as well, like, and whatnot, just because of how expensive it is. And well, that's just California in general. It's a pretty expensive state to live in, but LA especially. And yeah, I mean, I definitely, I mean, the good news about LA is they definitely are trying to improve the transit there. Like, they're definitely, out of all US cities, seem to be, like, trying to expand the most. The problem, though, is most of the transit they're going after is light rail. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, light rail is good for, like, certain use cases and for, like, small cities as well. But when you have a city that's, like, almost 4 million people living downtown, or when you have a metro area of, like, I think 13 million people, like, you should be having a lot more heavy rail or metro systems. And the metro system in LA it's very small. Very small. Like I think some of the light rail lines that they're building should instead be heavy rail. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my thorough analysis of LA as we got another first place ranking. But anyway, without further ado, let's move on to the next race. Alrighty, so here we are with Sunset Wilds, originally from Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. Now, first glance, it doesn't look like they overhauled this track as much as they have with some of the other GBA tracks. I've noticed, like, with some of the other GBA tracks, they've, like, completely just changed, like, the whole visual aspect and adding, like, hills and whatnot, but it looks like this one still is kind of keeping a bit more of the retro styling while just mainly improving the textures and the graphics and whatnot. But oh shoot, I don't want to go into the mud there. But yeah, yes, throw your banana so you can now get hit by my nutshell. Yeah, this is definitely a more traditional, okay, don't want to get hit by the Shy Guys. But yeah, definitely a bit more of an old school style track. Okay, we do have this little nice arch right there, I guess, and some hills to do tricks on, so that's cool. But yeah, definitely a bit more of a simple track, it seems. Like, not quite as overhauled as the other GBA tracks that we've been playing on. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if I really want to mushroom that much on this track, because there are a couple of decently sharp turns. I don't really want to be going too fast on this track. Can you not do tricks off of those ramps? I was pressing the trick button, but it didn't look like it was letting me do tricks for some reason. But that's fine. This kind of reminds me of, like, my family trip I recently just did up to Utah, that was pretty fun. We visited well, we stayed in the town of Moab for a couple of days and visited Arches National Park, which of course is kind of similar scenery to this track. We have, like, the canyon and the rocks and whatnot. Some pretty cool sights there, though I will say, if you're not really a big fan of hiking, which to be honest, I'm not really the biggest fan of hiking, the terrain there is definitely on, like, the rocky side, and there are some trails we did where we had to do a bit of, like, climbing and whatnot. So it might not be, like, the most fun thing if you're not interested in hiking that much, but if you are interested in hiking, I'm sure you probably would love it there. The town of Moab, though, was quite disappointing. It was very kind of run down and scampy, if I'm being honest. And there was, like, the main street was just, the sidewalk was way too small and the road was way too big. Like, the road should have been smaller with a slower speed limit, and the sidewalk should have been bigger. But yeah, and then I also visited Salt Lake for a couple days. Salt Lake was nice. I still felt like the city was a bit too low dense for my liking. Like, I prefer a city that feels, like, more dense and more alive and whatnot. Salt Lake kind of felt, like, empty, if that makes sense. Like it was, yeah, it was a city, but it still felt very spread out, if that makes sense. But still, it was a cool place to visit, and yeah, overall I had a fun trip to Utah. But yeah, stay tuned for my trip reports, because I do plan to release those in the next coming days. So yeah, alright, let's move on to the next race. Alrighty, now here we are with Koopa Cape, originally from Mario Kart Wii. Now I definitely, of course, remember this track because Mario Kart Wii is my favorite Mario Kart, and I actually grew up with this game too, so definitely remember this track. However, I will say this probably might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but Okay, don't get me wrong, I do like this track a lot. Like, it's definitely one of the best tracks from Mario Kart Wii, don't get me wrong. But I kind of would have rather seen a different track from Mario Kart Wii be recreated instead of this one. And the reason why is, don't get me wrong, I like this track, but there actually were a couple of other Wii tracks I liked better. Like, a track I would have rather seen recreated was, Toad's Factory. Like, that was one of my favorite tracks from Mario Kart Wii. I know it might be it might not be like the most like notable track, but I personally found it a bit more fun than this one. And I also like the music, and I don't know, and it also hasn't been recreated yet. Whereas this track has already been recreated in Mario Kart 7, so I was kind of hoping that we instead get a new track that hasn't been recreated yet. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a fun track. I still like it a lot. And I'm not like necessarily like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining or anything, but I don't know, I kind of feel like I would have rather seen another track, but again, I'm still gonna enjoy racing on this one because this is still a fun track to play on. I do really like that they've brought back the half pipes. Like I remember like those used to be like the main thing in Mario Kart Wii, and then they kind of took them away in Mario Kart 7 and 8, so I'm kind of glad to see them come back. And also, I just realized this section down here is a bit different from the Wii version, because in the Wii version, this was actually, like, there was, like, running water in this section, whereas it doesn't seem like there is. Oh, shoot, there's a blue shell. Oh, come on. I mean, I know it was going for him, because he was obviously in first, but, I tried to, like, avoid it, but I guess I was too close. It's all good, get back here. You're not taking my first place streak from you. We've come so long with this, or come so far with our streak. I'm not letting you lose it now. And come on, this game stop giving me coins. I don't need a 0.2% speed boost. I need items to defend me, like bananas. Like, see, like I got a red shell coming, I got nothing to defend me with. This stupid game keeps giving me coins for items. Like, oh my gosh. But, okay, come on, move. Okay, at least we got back. At least we got back in front. And okay, we got triple, okay, finally, triple bananas now. That's more like... I mean, that won't defend us from a blue shell if that were to happen, but it should keep us, I think, safe from the fish lines. Right over there, so we should be good. Okay, awesome. Another first place. Alright, let's go ahead and, I think we got one more track, so let's go ahead and see what it is. And alright, here we are with Vancouver Velocity, originally from Mario Kart Tour. I know that's cool, we're gonna race through ice hockey arena, that's cool. But yeah, alright, I think this is our first, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first Canadian track. Unless if they've already done like Toronto or something, which... If it's true that they haven't done Toronto yet, but they've done Vancouver, then I'm actually like kind of surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong, Vancouver is a nice city as well, and I've also heard it's like one of the statistically like best cities to live in. It's also one of the most expensive cities to live in, but I've heard that it's a pretty good city to live in if you can afford it. But Toronto is the largest city in Canada, and it's quite a bit larger than Vancouver, I'm pretty sure. So I would be surprised if they have not done a Toronto track first, or even like a Montreal track. I think would be cool as well, like especially with like that sort of French, because Montreal is definitely still like has a lot of like French culture still, which yeah, I've heard cool things. I've heard that Montreal is a pretty cool city as well. But yeah, I mean, regardless, still Vancouver is also a cool city as well, so still nice to get I always love the city tracks in general, pretty much no matter where they are, because you always have and of course a blue shell, because why not? But we got a decent lead, it's all good. But yeah, I always love the city tracks though, just in general, because I'm always interested in like urban environments and whatnot. Like I talked to you guys before, I've started to really get into like good urbanism and like urban planning. And I'm always just like fascinated to just see like other places in the world as well, aside from just like my home country. I mean, don't get me wrong, the US has some cool places, but I don't know. I definitely am interested to see how like other like cultures and societies live. But Okay, here you are with last lap, and oh, I see another blue shell coming there. Are we gonna get... Oh, of course, we're gonna get a coin. I mean, to be fair, a super horn would have been a bit much to ask for, but, like, yeah. This game sure does love giving us coins. And it's just funny, because it's like, okay, we get 1 coin, we can't defend ourselves, and then we get hit by another item, which takes away 3 coins. So it's like, you get 1 coin, and then you're just gonna immediately lose it, and then 2 more. So it's like, what was the point? I do like the little ice hockey arena with the Shy Guys skating in, that's pretty cool. I'm surprised that they're just kind of skating around casually, though, instead of playing like a game of ice hockey, but I guess that would have been quite complicated to build. Come on, 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 come on. Please, please, please. Okay. Phew. I was actually really scared there because I saw Inkling Boy and Ludwig gaining on us there at the last second, so... Okay, our first place streak continues to live on. It's just gotta live on for 1 more wave because... Yeah, guys, sadly, that is it for Wave 5. We only have 1 more wave left to look forward to, which I believe should be coming out... I want to say, my guess is probably sometime like maybe November, December, because... I mean, they did say the last like wave would come out like late 2023, so definitely, and obviously Christmas time would make sense for another wave to come out, so... Yeah, but at the same time, that sadly means we are already almost done with the DLC, which... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to see all the new tracks and whatnot, and it's definitely, I think the DLC is actually pretty good value in the sense that it's like $25 and it gets you, it doubles the tracks, which is definitely, overall I'd say pretty good value, but, yeah, at the same time, of course, all good things must come to an end, and, sadly we are getting closer and closer to the end, but, still, it's been a lot of fun though, and there we go, we got another golden trophy, another 3-star ranking, and yeah. So yeah guys, there we go, that is Wave 5, so like I said, we just got 1 more wave to look forward to, so actually I guess for question of the day, in addition to whatever I post in my pinned comment as a question of the day, I'll also ask, what are your guys' predictions for Wave 6, because I actually should have asked that question before, just to be curious to hear like what you guys think would be the next tracks. But yeah, let me know guys what your predictions are for Wave 6. I don't actually... I'm not really that good at, I guess, predicting stuff, so I probably won't say anything, but yeah, but anyway guys, that is it for Wave 5. If you enjoyed this Let's Play, be sure to of course give the video a like and subscribe so you do not miss my future content. So yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.